with you and let you know you're not crazy, sis. You're not crazy. It's the reason why you're feeling how you're feeling. Trust me. Unfortunately, we as women just have not been given the resources and tools to navigate this thing called the life, our world. And we're just figuring it out every single day. But understand that you're not meant to operate like a man, because you're not a man. You're not meant to operate like everyone else. It's okay to take time to listen to your body, to be in tune with your body.
Some tears, some stress, but I count my blessings.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Ashley, and I make a lot of content towards girl chats, day in the lives, travel, and so much more. So if that sounds interesting to you, I hope that you subscribe below and stay tuned for this video. So I hope this lighting is okay. I don't know. I filmed in this spot before and it was okay, but we're gonna test her out and see if it's good or not. So anyways, we're back on the couch. As you can see, I felt like I just wanted to have a cozy spot again and talk about some things, particularly, can I talk? In regard to being gentle with yourself on your period. So, oh, people are texting me. So let's just get right into it. I wish that I knew this information that I'm about to share with you all sooner. However, I didn't, and we live and we learn, and here we are today. So I did not know that you will go through different phases before you are even on your period. Before you even reach your menstrual cycle, you will go through including your menstrual cycle, but you will go through different phases that will really explain why you feel, what you do, how you're operating, and so much more before your period, during your period, and even after your period. So let's get into it. So the four phases I'm talking about is in regards to cycle syncing. Now, some people may have heard of this, people may have a little bit of knowledge. If you're like me, you maybe never heard of this until today. And this is where we're going to really dive into today's video. So the first phase is your menstrual cycle. Most people know this phase because, you know, if you're a woman, you have a period. And it comes every single month. Now, this phase can last different depending on, of course, the woman's body. So average time, it can range from 3 to 7 days, but of course, depending on the woman's body, that can vary. During this time, you are literally bleeding through your womb, and so you're going to want to take things more slower. You're going to want to rest. You're going to want to eat more nourishing foods. During this time, if you are going to work out, it's very, very important to do lighter workouts, so like yoga, just simple stretching, things like that, because you really want to be gentle with yourself and your body as you're literally going through a very hard time right now. I love doing menstrual yoga classes. There's so many on like YouTube, or you can go to an actual class, and it is so nice because it really just kind of give you like a nice hug, and it makes sure that you're being catered, you're being gentle with yourself. And again, it's perfect because you don't want to go too hard during this time. It's also important to watch certain foods you're eating. So during this time, you want to eat more nourishing, more warm foods like soup, some type of broth, vegetables, kale, things like that. I am going to put on the screen more in tune some food suggestions, and again, just more details about each phase, but those are just a couple of different ones you want to eat. It's important to note during this time that your body is going through a lot, okay? Imagine someone that literally just got out of surgery. The outside world would not expect them to jump right back into work or caring for others, but instead they would expect them to be resting, taking things lighter, and most importantly, caring for themselves. And so keep that analogy for yourself. Take the week of your period to be more gentle. That means slowing it down, not working out at all, getting that extra 30 minutes, an hour of rest, not taking care of a lot of people, etc. Because this is the time where your body is craving for gentle care, it's craving for rest, it's craving to just be and to let go of all those stigmas. And unfortunately, we do not live in a world that was made for women. but instead men, and that's another topic to dive more into on another video. But you know, we have not really been given an advantage. You know, we are just told, okay, boom, you got your period, get up, go to work, keep moving on like nothing happened. And that is just so unrealistic, because again, if someone had surgery, you wouldn't expect them, if not, it would be like, you know, against their doctor's wishes for them to even be back at work if they wanted to, let alone told to go back. And so it's kind of unfortunate that women go through so much pain, but because our pain isn't physical, a lot of it is mental, we get ignored. And it's just like, okay, boom, go back to work, go back to doing everything. And we're literally undergoing so much pain, we're undergoing so much. So take the time to be slower. If you do have to go to work on your period, take time to just do a couple tasks. Make a to-do list and put your 3 most important tasks on that to-do list and just knock out those. Get more rest. Don't try to wake up early and work out and do all that. No, get more rest, because that is what your body is needing and wanting. So again, just being mindful that the main thing is just being gentle with yourself on your moon cycle, because it's so important. Now the phase after your menstrual cycle is your follicular stage. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, but sometimes your girl can't talk, okay? Again, everything will be on the screen. So this is your phase after your menstrual cycle. This is can be known as like your spring. Also, side note, I didn't mention, but your menstrual cycle is known as like the winter season, because again, it's the season where you really want to be more comforting. You're not really doing a lot of high intense exercises, going out, you're staying in, you want to be cozy, you want to drink a lot of warmer drinks, etc. That is why it's known as more so the winter season. Moving into the next phase, like I mentioned, which is more of the spring season, you're feeling more like you're blossoming, okay, you're getting back to yourself, you're getting back to your routine, you're feeling a bit creative, etc. This is a time where you may want to go ahead and schedule social outings with others, where you want to do those briefings you have to do to stand and present. This is a time where you're going to feel again more creative. So if you're in like a creative world, you maybe want to batch content, so like make YouTube videos or a bunch of other like brand deals, etc., because you know this is where you're going to feel the most creative, you're going to feel like you get a lot done. This can last about 2 weeks, and again, oftentimes people use the words like, okay, I'm feeling more confident, I'm feeling like I'm getting back to my routines, I can work out, do more intense workouts, etc. For me, during this phase, I oftentimes feel like, okay, it's still slow like the first couple of days after my period, which, you know, makes sense for some, but it's still very slow for me, but it's like a gradual build. So I'm still kind of gentle with myself, and then I'm like, okay, I'm starting to feel happy, I'm starting to feel back to like doing more things, adding more things on a to-do list, again, kind of growing and blossoming into that more like creative zone, more back into your regular things. After this is the ovulation period. Now this is also known as like the baby making period, but it makes sense because this is where the women's testosterone is super high, where women oftentimes feel they're most sexiest, they're most confident, they're most prettiest, and again, hence the whole like baby making. This is where it's really high if you are trying to make a baby, to do it during this phase, because it is 10 times higher to create a baby. However, this phase does not last long, it only lasts 2 days. Of course, the phase where you feel like your best self is the shortest. And during this time, again, foods varies, but you're gonna really want to maybe schedule in different things where you know if you want to go dancing or if you want to be out, because you're gonna be feeling your most confident, most prettiest, etc. Now after this phase is your luteal phase. No, that's not. Okay, yeah, I cannot pronounce this word for some reason. Okay, I got the word. It is luteal phase. I don't know why that word keeps tripping me up, but anyways, again, it will be on the screen. This is your phase that can be known as the fall, is the time before your period. And this is where you want to be more gentle again and confident with yourself. Take this phase as like, if again, the surgery analogy, you're preparing for surgery. You would not be out doing a lot of high risk activities, but instead you would be home, resting, eating more nourishing foods, really just taking things more on a slower note, because you know your body is now about to get ready for the period. This was so important for me to learn, because I remember literally a couple weeks ago I was talking to my friend and I was like, girl, this week was hard for me. Like, I just was not able to do my normal morning rituals. It was hard for me to wake up early. I was sleeping in a lot later than I normally do. I was feeling more tired. You know, it was just a lot. And I was like, this happened to me before, but I'm just not understanding, you know, why it's happening. Come to find out, I didn't know what I know now, which is that I was in my luteal phase, which just simply means my body was literally preparing for my period, because after that conversation, like a couple days later or so, my period came. And it was surprising because I was a bit earlier, so I didn't expect it was my period, but it was her getting ready to make a move, okay? And so it's important to know what phase you're in, again, because this is very vital for you to set yourself up for success. So if you know you're about to hit that phase, oftentimes you're not going to want to make a lot of social outings, because you're probably not going to want to be around people. Some people may do, and that's, you know, different. But for me, I know during this phase, I'm not that social. I'm usually more quiet. I'm more reserved. I don't want to feel like I have to perform. I don't want to feel like I have to do a lot, because again, my body is really preparing for my menstrual cycle. And so I just want to be gentle with myself. And again, I don't want to feel like I have to perform so that others can be happy when I'm really discomforting. So during this phase, again, you want to be careful of what you're planning. So probably no social or very little social outings, no hard tasks, hard workout classes, really being slow, eating more nourishing foods, drinking more teas and like probably high caffeinated products. Preparing your body for your menstrual cycle is going to be the best thing you can do, because again, it's going to save you so much trouble. So when I didn't know this, I was still working on a very intense level. I'm still engaging with other people. I'm still forcing my body to wake up super early. I'm still doing intense workouts. I'm still, you know, do, and my body is screaming for rest. And so when my period came, it hit me hard, and I physically like felt like I couldn't go anywhere. Also, not preparing properly for your menstrual cycle can lead to higher cramping intensity, more bloatiness, more physical and emotional pain. So again, it's so important to know these phases and to prepare accordingly. So that is a little bit into the phases. Again, I will put some photos on the screen that kind of goes more in detail, and I will highly suggest to do more research as well on your own, because of course there's so much that I go into, so I didn't really go into everything. But again, that's just like the basis of it. And I just want to take time to validate you and let you know you're not crazy, sis. You're not crazy. It's the reason why you're feeling how you're feeling. Trust me. Unfortunately, we as women just have not been given the resources and tools to navigate this thing called the life, our world. And we're just figuring it out every single day. But understand that you're not meant to operate like a man, because you're not a man. You're not meant to operate like everyone else. It's okay to take time to listen to your body, to be in tune with your body, because we're all different souls and we're going through something that is so painful, both physically and mentally, and we've just kind of been dismissed. But take time to know that you're validated, you're seen, and don't do anything you don't want to do, okay? Be gentle with yourself. And again, if you want to use the analogy of surgery, use that. Rest up, eat warm foods. I hope that you take time to give your soul a nice hug, give your inner child the seenness that she deserves. And again, as I always say, if no one's told you today, I'm here to tell you that I'm proud of you and you're doing enough. Be gentle with yourself, be easy on yourself. And I just wanted to do a little short video for today, going over those things, because I wish I knew that a lot sooner. But hey, we're here. I'm going to teach it to you all. Hopefully this made sense. And as always, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time.